Scorpio, I'm not going to soften this for you. September is a reckoning, a reveal, and a ruthless audit that strips away the pretty captions and forces you to fortify the rooms that truly hold your life. I'll keep the language straight and the steps usable. I'll name the dates and leave the clock out. I'll tell you what's happening in the sky, what it means for you as a Scorpio rising, and exactly what to do when the day bends the rest of your month. Here's the spine of the story. 2 eclipses cut the month into before-after chapters. Mercury is combust from September 3rd to September 30th, running hot first in Leo, your 10th house of career, public standing, reputation, bosses, titles, platforms. And then in Virgo, your 11th house of community, friends, networks, collaborators, long-term goals, and the crowds you try to lead. Uranus turns retrograde in Taurus on September 6th in your 7th house of partners, contracts, open opponents, the we table, rewiring trust from the inside out. Your ruler Mars slips into Libra on September 13th and disappears into your 12th house, the private zone of sleep, endings, hospitals, sacred retreat, behind-the-scenes labor, and the ghosts you rarely name, igniting hidden heat you must direct or it will direct you. Venus enters Leo on September 15th and warms your 10th house, sweetening your public image and greasing doors that were stuck. Saturn retrograde and Neptune retrograde camp in Pisces all month in your 5th house of romance, children, creativity, joy, risk, and the nerve it takes to make something that matters, demanding grown-up structure with soft edges. Jupiter in Gemini protects your 8th house, deep money, taxes, loans, inheritances, intimate entanglements, psychological excavation, the honest therapy that actually heals, so that every time you tell the truth about money or fear, the floor doesn't collapse, it strengthens. Rahu in Aquarius drags your attention to the base camp, home, family, property, the literal and psychic house you live in, while Ketu in Leo strips an old public costume you've outgrown. If you want the 5-syllable map, the September plot is exposure, upgrade, install. Exposure at the lunar eclipse on the 7th to 8th, when the Aquarius-Leo axis rips the veil off your home-career tension. Upgrade at the Cazimi and Mars shift on the 13th, when your professional sentence drops in and your energy moves into the back room. Install at the solar eclipse on the 21st, 22nd, when Virgo in your 11th writes new defaults for people, plans, and platforms, while Saturn Neptune across in Pisces force reality plus compassion into your creative life. Now we walk it. From September 3rd, Mercury Combust in Leo lights your 10th like a flare. Fast calls, hot threads, press asks, opinions flying, urgent stamped on things that aren't. Combust just means your messenger is sitting too close to the sun, so the mind runs bright and hot while the mouth outruns the heart. For a 10th house transit that's dangerous and glorious, your words travel, your ideas punch above their weight, and the wrong sentence can go feral. Your move. Draft before you broadcast, sleep before you decide. Carry a 1-page plan with 3 lines only. Must deliver, may delay, non-negotiable boundaries. If a boss or client tries to auction your nervous system, answer with scope, rate, and timeline, not biography. Remember that Mercury also governs the agreements that touch your 8th house money web through Jupiter's blessing. What you say at the mic may echo in contracts, commissions, profit splits, and insurance. Speak with value, not volume. One honest sentence beats a dozen defensive paragraphs. If you only keep one rule from the 3rd to the 14th, keep this. Short truth, sent later. September 6, Uranus stations retrograde in Taurus, and something inside you flips in the 7th house machinery. Your tolerance for mixed signals drops. Your appetite for lopsided deals collapses. Your desire for aliveness inside partnership goes electric. Direct Uranus throws lightning from others, Retrograde Uranus throws lightning from within. That means you wake up and renegotiate with a calm courage that surprises even you. Cancellation policies in writing. Decision windows on shared projects. This is the scope and this is the rate. If the timeline changes, the price changes. Here's the pause button if either of us needs it. In love, this is an end to testing and a beginning to telling. Ask for the real thing without threat. Give the real thing without martyrdom. There's no need for thunder, just the clean sentence you can live with. I need clarity to feel safe. I need warmth to stay open. I need time with you that isn't a meeting. I need my studio hour to be untouchable. You control less than you think and more than you've been using. Use the part you have. September 7th into the 8th detonates the first peak, a lunar eclipse across Aquarius Leo. The moon swelling in your 4th. Home, family, safety, property, ancestral weather, the inner child's room. While the sun stands with combust Mercury in your 10th. Public role, title, status, visibility. The shadow slices between the kitchen and the office and says pick a balance you can defend with sleep, not captions. If you've been strong-arming, I've got this. At work, while your house runs on fumes, the bill arrives. If you've carried a family load alone, while the platform keeps demanding more, the cost shows up in your bones. If your address or setup doesn't let your nervous system exhale deeply, you'll feel it, and you'll be done pretending. Rahu in Aquarius yanks you into a truer definition of home. Ketu in Leo helps you put down the borrowed crown. No speeches, Scorpio. Reallocate. Fix one nagging thing in the house. Put your phone to sleep outside the bedroom. Install a hard-off switch for late-night work. Claim one quiet hour at dawn for you. Send the email that stops the slow drip. If a property decision waits, clarity arrives. If a family truth hums, speak it briefly and kindly. If you need time off, ask now and make it clean. Ask your body the only question that matters under this moon. What does home feel like in my nervous system? Then, make one move within 48 hours that gives you more of that feeling. You'll feel the room change. September 13 is your hinge. First, the Sun-Mercury Cazimi in Leo, mind inside the heart, drops a single career line into your lap. It won't sound clever. It will sound like relief. I don't sell stress. I build. I don't bluff. My title doesn't get my sleep. I lead with calm. I speak facts in warm tone. I pitch helpfully or not at all. Write it on a sticky and tape it to the machine you touch most. Later that same day, your ruler Mars enters Libra and vanishes into your 12th. Hear me. This is not weakness. This is weapons training in the dark. Mars in the 12th heats dreams, urges midnight pacing, accelerates hidden work, and can spark secret fights with yourself if you leave it unfed. Feed it clean, water at night, hot shower, stretch, breathwork, push-ups by the bed, slow laps around the block. Night writing sprints that end before your brain fries. Set no scroll after X, like it's federal law. Keep a cheap notebook on the nightstand for the ideas that come when the city is quiet. If you're caring for someone you love, Mars here lends steel and stamina. Use it without martyrdom. If anger prowls the edges, don't pick a person, pick a task. Send the fire into repair, into art, into sweat. The heat is holy when you give it a job. September 15 splits the screen. Venus ascends into Leo and pours honey over your 10th. PR softens, bosses smile, clients remember your name with warmth, the public room relaxes. Show your work, refresh the bio, request proper credit, propose the collaboration with a tone that assumes goodwill. That same day, Mercury slides into Virgo, still combust, now exalted, and your 11th house lights up with fast, sharp conversations across teams and communities. Edit the rooms. Mute the noisy thread. Trim one recurrent meeting that does nothing. Open a shared doc that names the goal, roles, dates in plain words. Invite the one person whose mind oxygenates your own, and let the rest go. In September, the quality of your life will match the quality of your conversations. Pick people who move your week forward instead of auditioning for a crowd that never shows up when it counts. September 17, the Sun follows Mercury into Virgo and throws the switch on the community floor. Spotlight swivels from my image at the top to the people and plans I ride with. Across the sky, Saturn retrograde and Neptune retrograde in Pisces stare back from your fifth. Your romance, your children, your art, your brave play, your joy. This is the crossbeam you must install. Carve sacred time for the heart, Saturn's structure, and keep it tender, Neptune's compassion. Even as you say yes, no to groups, you protect 2 hours a week for your project and call it work. You decline one committee that eats that time. You plan one do-nothing together hour if you parent. You design a small ritual that tells the inner child you didn't forget them. Walk at golden hour, a sketchbook in the bag, a playlist you play front to back with no screens, a ball in the park, a book on the balcony. Small faithful acts change the month. From the 20th to the 23rd, the moon hides under the sun's glare, combust, right over the solar eclipse window. Treat this like a weather alert. Lower input, lighter lists, more water, less caffeine late, soft nights, no talks that require a verdict after dark. You're not lazy, you're landing. The dimmer switch saves the house. September 21st into the 22nd, the solar eclipse lands in Virgo with Sun, Moon, Mercury shoulder to shoulder in your 11th, facing Saturn retrograde and Neptune retrograde in your 5th. Translation: the crowd and the muse lock eyes. If the lunar eclipse stripped an old mask at the top of the chart, this solar eclipse writes your new default for friends, teams, and long-range objectives, and demands a plan that keeps your joy alive. Do 3 exact things. Delete one group commitment that takes more than it gives. Write one rule for your time that you can keep even on your worst day. No meetings after 6. Saturday morning is mine, phones off at dinner. Choose one boundary that protects love or art. I write 20 minutes at 8. We schedule 2 date nights a month. I take my kid to the park Wednesdays. Sunday is for play. Saturn's presence demands realism. Small and repeatable beats big and brittle. Neptune's presence demands mercy. No drama, no guilt, just kind edges. This eclipse also edits your friend map. When you stop performing for rooms that won't catch you, the rooms that will become obvious. Let people reshuffle without a courtroom speech. Some move out of your front row, others move up. Your calendar will tell you who matters. Emotional weather you'll feel like a tide. The 7th and 8th lunar eclipse is tender on home/public. Keep mornings light and evenings quiet. Hourglass your to-do. Refuse comparison. Around the 12th to 14th, the moon is exalted in Taurus across your 7th. Perfect window for clear partnership talks, fair deals, shared progress, and intimacy that heals. If single, say yes to the simple invite. You're calm and magnetic. Around the 26th to 28th, the moon is debilitated in Scorpio in your 1st. Identity, body, mood on a low battery. Wear soft clothes, move slowly, delay high-stakes decisions, speak to yourself like you would to someone you love. Remember, the combust moon window from the 20th to 23rd, fewer screens, earlier bed, no midnight verdicts. 3 karmic flips as the moon jumps from water to fire. Around the 10th, Pisces to Aries pivots from love play to work health. Don't promise more than your body can deliver. Just pick the next right task. Around the 19th, Cancer to Leo pivots from belief travel to career. Decide how you'll show up before the day grabs you. Around the 29th, Scorpio to Sagittarius pivots from how you feel in your skin to what you say and charge. Choose facts over feelings in money talk. Money and deep resources hum under Jupiter in Gemini in your 8th. Quiet protection when you deal in real numbers. Use the steady days, 12th to 14th, to review accounts, refinance, adjust rates, set a weekly calm money meeting with tea and no shame. Write 1 line per week to reduce waste. Set 1 automatic move, small transfer on payday, and adopt 1 guardrail, No big purchases after 8 p.m. Uranus retrograde in your 7th says any shared money plan must be written kindly and specifically. This is the minimum I need to feel safe. We review on the first Friday. Either of us can press pause and regroup. Pluto retrograde in your 3rd. Voice, siblings, neighborhood, daily travel wants you to stop apologizing for speaking with depth. Mars in the 12th will try to light late-night brain fires. When you catch it, move your body and return to breath. Don't buy confidence on the 26th-28th. You won't find it in a cart. You'll find it in sleep and sunlight. Relationships are where the month can heal hard and fast if you keep it simple. The lunar eclipse may push you to protect home and request flexibility from work. Use short sentences, no novels. The 12th to 14th is a golden window to reset partnership or set fair terms with a client. Choose one weekly ritual that strengthens the bond. Walks, coffee, cooking, a class, a no-phone night. The 13th brings Mars into the 12th and restlessness after dark. Before you pick at the person you love, name the real feeling. I'm tired. I'm anxious. Work has me spun. And ask for comfort instead of a fight. The 15th warns your public image with Venus. Celebrate each other's wins without turning it into scorekeeping. The 17th asks you to negotiate time between crowds and heart. One night per week you choose closeness over committee. The solar eclipse rewires your circle. Don't cling, don't chase. If you're single and serious, go where your values live and let a friend introduce you. Rahu in Aquarius pulls you to build a nest that actually holds you. Ketu in Leo helps you stop performing for love. The right person meets you where you live. Career rides multiple waves, and you can surf them without burning out. Early month Mercury Combust means your words fly. Keep claims small and true. Let work quality roar. The Cazimi on the 13th gives you a North Star sentence. Repeat it. The same day Mars tells you to route energy into quiet build, so your public face feels calm. The 15th Venus transit is your PR gift. Freshen your site, share a bright case study, ask for a testimonial, send the thank you. The 17th flips you toward alliances. Give 1 hour a week to the network that actually pays off. Cut the committee that doesn't. If you lead, make the team's week kinder. Trim meetings. Define good enough. Protect focus blots. The solar eclipse tells you to pick 3 goals for the next 6 months and tape them where you can see them. September is not asking you to be everywhere. It's asking you to be precise. By the time Mercury cools on the 30th, you'll be ready to send the application, the pitch, the proposal, the "here's what I offer" note with a cool head. That's how heat becomes progress. Health and daily rhythm hold the keys. Mars in the 12th will steal sleep if you feed it screens and sugar. Protect evenings like ritual. Water after dinner. No doom scroll after your set hour. Hot shower, cool room, low light, 4 in, 6 out breath for 5 minutes. Paper book, phone out of the bedroom. During the day, especially around the solar eclipse, treat body tasks as meetings. Sunlight in the morning, walk after lunch, stretch after the last email. Real meals, not just coffee. If your job devours hours, use the 5-minute rule. 5 minutes for your body is still your body winning. Book checkups between the 17th and 30th if needed. Consider a small retreat or a home day with the phone off around the 22nd to 23rd. The recharge will outsize the effort. Stitch the month into a single line of action you can remember without notes. 3rd, talk less, say it cleaner. 6th, raise partnership standards quietly and write terms. 7/8, repair the base camp and cut one public drain. 13th, name your career sentence and send your fire into quiet build, not midnight wars. 15th, shine at the top, sharpen your circles. 17th, guard hard time from group noise with simple rules. 20 to 23rd, lower inputs, rest. 21st, install new defaults for people and plans. Last week, small wins, soft nights. 30th, send the thing with a cool head. Microplays for hard moments. When panic hits at work, water plus 10 breaths plus one sentence that moves the project. When your partner asks, "Are you okay?" give the smallest true feeling, not the saga. When money fear rises, open the accounts and write one next action. When sleep wobbles, shower plus snack plus lights out an hour earlier. When the feed makes you doubt, log off and clean one surface. When a friend wants everything, pick one plan and say no to the rest without apology. When your inner critic shouts, talk like you would to a kid you love. The cast, so you don't forget who's moving what. The sun starts at the top of your chart and moves into your people room on the 17th. Shift from performance to alliances. Mercury combust all month. First career, then community. Mind sharp, pacing slow. Venus in Leo from the 15th. Soft power in public. Mars in Libra from the 13th. Hidden fire that demands movement and sleep hygiene. Jupiter in Gemini, steady in your 8th. Honest money plans pay. Saturn retrograde and Neptune retrograde in Pisces. Joy requires structure and softness. Uranus retrograde in Taurus. Partnership terms updated from within. Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. Voice with depth, no shrinking. Rahu in Aquarius. Build a base you actually like. Ketu in Leo. Drop the costume at the podium. The moon's tides. Eclipse surge early, stable ground mid-month. Combustion fog near the solar eclipse. Tender edge late. Surf high, float low. Don't fight the ocean. Do even half of this, and September ends different. Your house stops absorbing the city's stress and starts holding you. Your career voice sounds like you without the armor. Your partner hears you because you said it plainly. Your money plan is simple enough to keep. Your sleep stops negotiating with your phone. Your circles thin but strengthen. Your art or kid or heart gets time on the calendar instead of crumbs. Your yes means yes, and your no lands without poison. Your body finally believes you're on its side. If you need one line to carry when the day tilts, say this while you wash your face, lace your shoes, or close your laptop. I choose the small, true move over the loud, empty one. You don't need a grand gesture. You need one clean action you can repeat. If this hit, subscribe and like so more Scorpios hear the map before the month ambushes them. Drop the one rule you're installing at the solar eclipse in the comments. Say the sentence you'll live and let the future hear you.